Hey you! Yes, you. Before the video starts, I wanted to make sure that I talked about my Extra Life campaign for this year. If you don't know, every year, Arbitrary Hero, we raise money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital along with other causes. That's something that we personally find important to do. This year, my personal goal is to raise $1,000 for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And if you look here and down in the link down below, there is a link to my Extra Life page. If you go there, you will see 4 donors. I've got a bunch of different prizes I'm giving away. We've got sponsors again. Shout out to Hero Forge, Dungeon Masters Guild, Foundry VTT. And I've got Transformers and TTRPG raffle, both of those. You can see all the different raffle prizes. Here are the Transformers prizes. I want to talk about those. I've got Generations Selects Black Zarek, a bundle of Shattered Glass toys with their comics, the War for Cybertron Golden Disc collection. You can see here both the Netflix and the Origins Bumblebees together that I reviewed earlier in the year. A bunch of stuff. And all you have to do to be entered to win them is donate $10 to my Extra Life page. If we go up top again, we'll see, I know it's a long page, just like William Abe here, or Son Eric, or Thomas Gerber, you donate at least $10 and make sure it's not anonymous so I can see that you donated and enter you into the raffle. And then put in the text Transformers raffle, and you'll be entered in on December 10th during our charity live stream. I'll be picking out the winners. There will be at least 10 winners, and in order they'll get to pick from the prizes. There is a chance that there will actually be more prizes added in. I'm still finalizing some of those details. So if more prizes get added, then yay, you're automatically entered to win those as well. For me personally this year, aside from donating myself to the Extra Life campaign for Society Children's Hospital, myself and the Arbitrary Hero team, if I hit my goal of $1,000, I will be also donating $1,000 personally to the Center for Human Rights in Iran. If you haven't been following the protests and unrest that are happening in Iran due to the brutality of that government, the way they treat women, and their theocracy that they're enforcing on everyone else. It's an issue that's passionate to me personally. I've already, supported them and donated, but I'll be throwing in another $1,000 on top of what I've given if we reach my $1,000 goal. So knock on wood, you donate $10 and it becomes $10 to help sick kids and $10 to help the protesters in Iran. Plus you're entered in for Transformers prizes. So keep checking back on the Extra Life page. New prizes will get to be added in, and I'll keep posting about it on the social media. And let's get back to the review. Thanks again, everyone. Bye. Say bye, Ollie. Bye.
Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm finishing up my look at the Transformers Generations Legacy Wreck and Rule collection by doing a triple feature. So here is the boxes. Last week I did Springer, the week before I did Bulkhead. Now in one review I'm going to look at Diaclone Universe Twin Twist, Spindle and Comic Impactor, and then Mastodominus and Universe Leadfoot, G2 Universe Leadfoot. Here are all 5 of them. They are all 5 repaints or remolds of figures that I've owned before, and I believe most, if not all of them, I have reviewed before. I think the only exception that I didn't review might have been Twin Twist. I don't remember if I was doing stuff when Titan's Return first came out. But here they all are. And overall, if I'm envisioning this set as a whole, I think I'm pretty happy with it. But the thing that I'm most happy with is honestly these fossilizers. We're going to start left from right, and we're just going to go through that. First, we do have Spindle. Spindle turns into a Spinosaurus. If you notice on his box art, he actually, his legs, they work the same way as the T-Rex fossilizer, which is what Spindle was remolded off of. They come in up high, and they are long, long legs with nice knees and all that stuff. This mushroom peg here on both ankles is very much on the loose side. But that we know is not the accurate way that Spinosaurus actually stood. I believe, and I am not a paleontologist myself, but being a fan of dinosaurs, what we now understand is that Spinosaurus was an aquatic creature, so its rear legs were shorter to help it swim. It may perhaps have had some sort of webbing to help it swim. So for my, I guess it's a fan mode, but the way I'm going to hold my spindle and display it after I figure out, I guess I can, for these mushroom pegs, what I need to do is future floor polish them. But this is how my spindle is going to rock. I'm essentially taking away the top part of the thigh, pretending that it's like in the body to shorten the legs. And I do like the way this looks. There is a lot of remolding going on here. We have a nice robot head hidden away, but we've got a really nice Spinosaurus skull here. Nicely painted teeth up top. I wish the bottom row was painted. The colors here, it's obviously, you know, to thematically go with Impactor, but I actually think the colors here work better than Impactor. This gold is glossier. It has more of a shine to it. The purple looks really nice. We do have, I guess, technically the tail might go like this, but I prefer the idea of the spine going all the way down. It just looks really, really cool. In terms of remolding, the head's remolded. The back fin is obviously new. The tail is the same, I believe. We do have new arms here. And then I think everything else here is the same. He is a little on the loose side. This piece wants to pop off. The ankles want to pop off. But aside from that, he just looks really cool. It's all the same articulation as the previous fossilizer that this mold was based off of, but I just really like the look of this guy. This has made me happy so far. Actually, let me do a quick comparison. Here are the two next to each other. So there we can see, and again, the repositioning of the leg, I think, does a lot to make them look even more different from each other than they did before. That's really cool. Yeah, it looks awesome. Getting more of these fossilizers makes me very, very happy. Next up in the same box, we do have the comic book color accurate Impactor, which I guess comic book colors in this case just means like bad colors. This does not work for me. Impactor is a solid toy. It's a nice little deluxe. He does all the same things. He can roll on his casters and all that stuff. But these colors just don't work. I mean, they seem even duller than Spindle. I don't know if that comes off on camera. But yeah, the whole thing seems duller and more muted, especially compared to, right, I've got the Siege Impactor here, and we can look at those next to each other. And aside from, like, I don't like the Siege, like, painted battle damage stuff, the purple is much more vibrant. The yellow is so much more vibrant. This just looks so muted and anemic. I really don't like this gray color. The silver painted wheels or treads are kind of nice along with the scoop, but then it's also missing obviously paint apps because they're going for comic book accuracy. We've got the traditional chest piece here up top, and then we've got the two different cannon pieces. But yeah, I much prefer this Impactor just looking at the two of them next to each other. So, you know, it's still cool if you want a comic accurate-ish Impactor. I guess this is an opportunity, and then you get a really cool fossilizer with it. The third figure here we're going to talk about is Twintwist. Twintwist is a Diaclone color repaint of the Titan's Return toy, which was already a very good deluxe. Here we've got, again, a more vibrant color scheme. Instead of the white and light blue, a very dark royal blue, nice reds picked out. I like the top vent is picked out in paint here. We've got yellow here also. The primary colors work nicely. We do have an opening cockpit here, and we've got our little, I guess, in this case, Diaclone, I forget what they called them, but the pilot here, or the Titan Master, in there for us to enjoy. And again, rolls well enough on casters. These guns here can be moved and articulated. No spinning on the drills. Comparing it to our Titan's Return toy, here are them next to each other. And again, this one has stickers on it because I like to sticker up my Titan Masters. But yeah, we can see kind of the differences in paint apps. I do like this gunmetal, this brighter, like brushed metal color. That looks really, really nice. Other than that, I mean, the paint apps are mostly the same. Difference being we're missing a little paint app around the drill base here, but we do have a lot more paint going on up top here. That red coming across, and that red plastic looks really, that transparent red plastic looks really, really nice. I'm trying to think, I guess, no, that's still paint. Well, that's paint, and then here I've got stickers. But yeah, other than that, it's a great toy to begin with. The Diaclone version looks nice. I'm really disappointed. I wish this was another 2-pack, and we got top spin as well in Diaclone colors. Then, this is probably the figure that I'm the happiest about. It's just the coolest thing. Mastodominus is the coolest name. That's just such a good name. He obviously is a fossilizer mastodon. A really surprising and neat way they did this to differentiate it from the Triceratops and, oh crap, I don't want to get the name wrong, Starachodon? But yeah, Mastodon here. We've got a new head, obviously. Tusks that can be removed. They go in nicely, which is neat. We change our profile by bringing out much longer front legs by essentially adding an extra piece here. So here's what we would normally get in the figure, and we just add another connection piece to make those front legs longer and give it that elephantine posture. And then, yeah, again, really nice colors. The gold is a little odd because it doesn't really, I guess it's back here also. But we've got like this weird red innards, which is kind of neat, and this very matte black plastic. I like it a lot. The only thing I would have liked in addition is he is a mastodon. Some sort of way to pivot the neck around the head. Like we get a little bit of wiggle here, but some way to like get that neck turn would have been really nice. But again, I mean, comparing him to his base molds, here they are next to each other, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about, where we kind of cheat to have this longer front piece, and it does a lot to make him seem significantly different in profile compared to the two figures he's kept with. And then we've got a shorter tail in the back. But other than that, yeah, he looks awesome. Looks just fantastic. And the last thing we've got here is the Earth mode Mirage repainted as G2 Universe Leadfoot. And coming into the box set, this was the figure I was most excited about. The colors look awesome. Leadfoot getting a toy is really exciting. I will say, just based on like my play with it so far, I'm much less excited about it now. The color work is still nice. I mean, we've got nicely silver painted rims here. We've got this luscious blue paint along with the yellow plastic and yellow paint working out just nicely. But the plastic doesn't feel great, especially these front sections. Something about this yellow plastic feels so thin and fragile. It feels like a knockoff figure. You know how you get those like soapy plastic if you buy a knockoff Transformers figure? That's what this front fender piece feels like, which is really, really unfortunate because it looks so nice. I mean, it does roll. I don't have the Earthrise version of Mirage, but I do have, I think this is the Siege version here. And here's how they look next to each other. And we can see like the differences obviously here in the front end, the way this back end folds up and out. So you got a false chest here, whereas in the Earthrise version, it goes down below, that sort of thing. So that's kind of neat to see like the differences in just the remolding, which I've looked at, I believe, the two Mirages before. But yeah, it's really just this flat plastic. When I use it, it flexes in an unpleasant way, and we'll see that in transformation. But overall, in terms of just like alt mode first impressions, favorite, second favorite, third, fourth, fifth, which is unfortunate. Maybe it's fourth and fifth, I don't know. But we have seen all these transformations before, so this is going to be a fast-forwarded transformation, and let's get to it. And here they all are in robot mode. And again, you probably noticed some things in transformation. We'll start with Spindle over here. Spindle is, of course, a remold of Paleotrex. And you notice how loose these joints are. This definitely is a mushroom peg that can be easily shored up with some future floor fit polish, which I need to do on both of these. That's really the most unfortunate part of this mold. It looks like I keep trying to figure out if I can get the head all the way out of the Spinosaurus skull. And I don't think I can. I think that is a hard stop for me here. Which is a little unfortunate. I would have liked to be able to pop the head all the way out, but it's still putting that back in. It still looks pretty good. I will say, in this this version of this mode, I think Spindle is less cool in robot mode than it is in the fossilized Spinosaurus mode. But the colors still look nice. The little chest mask is pretty cool and iconographic. I like that is a repaint and remold of Paleotrex. It definitely feels like it has its own identity. Here it is next to Paleotrex. We can see the two next to each other, so you can see what I'm talking about. You know, changing some things up in orientation, things like that. I think they look pretty good next to each other, and I like that we have a strong painted robot mode head here. Compared to Paleotrex's more fossilized head. I like that distinction between the two. But, like I said, Spindle's on the weaker side. We've already seen all the articulation, so I'm not going to go over articulation for these figures. Next, we have Impactor here, comic book Impactor. And I will say, he actually, to me, looks a little stronger in this mode. The yellow color still doesn't work for me 100%. But I do like that painted head here. I like the gold paint we have on the chest. But comparing my Impactors here, I still very much prefer the IDW Impactor. I really like the Hazard paint here. I like the additional paint apps we have on the knees. Again, the yellow really does a lot for me. Maybe if these pieces were painted gold instead of yellow, that would be nice. I really, really love the IDW head design. I'm bummed that I've got a nick of paint missing on the bridge of his nose, but I think that just, to me, is now the iconic Impactor look. So those two next to each other, I still very much prefer this one, although I will say I prefer Impactor's robot mode to his alt mode. And then again, maybe my favorite or second favorite, here we've got Twin Twist. Twin Twist looks great in these Diaclone colors. I really like that head sculpt. Just all around good. The transformation, I forgot how much fun I like. The double twisting, getting this open, spinning this around is a neat trick. In terms of articulation for Twin Twist, of course, he does not have the ankle joints that you normally would expect these days. So in terms of articulation, he might be on the weaker side compared to the other figures. But I still think Twin Twist looks great. And here they are, my two Twin Twists next to each other. Again, they both look fantastic. I love the paint apps used to pick out certain things here on the chest, the big wrecker symbol on his stomach. It's all good stuff to me. No real complaints here. Next, we've got Mastodominus. And again, Mastodominus is a remold. Similar articulation that we've seen before. We have the wrecker symbol here. It comes out looking green, which is kind of interesting. I also really like that head sculpt. That's a really neat robot head sculpt. I think I mentioned this before, but this robot mode to me is one of the weaker ones. It is improved by the Mammoth. I do wish that he had ports somewhere in his arms. I guess they are on the sides, but if you want to take a tusk out and stick it to the side, I feel like it comes out a little too high. Maybe it's not too bad, but to try and wield them as swords, you can kind of give this a shot. I do wish it was on the ends somewhere, so you could have like tusks coming out. But still, that doesn't look too bad, and he does look pretty good next to his buddies. It is interesting to me that we do have this like Triceratops reminiscent chest piece on Mastodominus when obviously he isn't any sort of dinosaur. But it has been remolded. That's not the same molding that we have on these chests here. It's new, and they decided to still keep that piece, which is an interesting piece of design. But again, we can see the three next to each other. I really like that he got his own head sculpt, and I like that he still looks pretty distinct compared to the others. And last but not least, we've got Leadfoot here. And again, this is the one that failed for me. I was most excited about it. When I'm transforming him, these back pieces want to flip off all the time. The plastic, especially the thin yellow plastic, feels a little too thin, a little too soapboxy. But he looks pretty good. I do have some extra paint on the visor. But, you know, that's not a huge deal. That's something you can get off with a little bit of alcohol. The rest of the paint apps look pretty clean and good. Again, the blue on yellow tampograph here ends up looking green. I wish they maybe went with a darker blue or added a little more paint to it. The metallic blue legs look really nice. I just wish, you know, it just feels a little chintzy, which is interesting to me because the one I'm comparing this to is the Clear Mirage. And even though this is transparent plastic, it still feels better to me than this one. And that's, you know, that's maybe, I don't know, that's maybe it's partly that this is the Earthrise version versus the Siege version or something, but it just doesn't end up feeling as nice to me as this figure, which is, I was expecting to keep this one and give this one away, but in the end, I think I am doing this as my giveaway. I guess before I talk about the giveaway stuff, I do want to show my fossilizers all together, because I got them all together. So here are my boys. Paleotrex. See if we can keep everyone standing up. Wingfinger. Can I get Wingfinger in the shot? There we go. My bulky boys in the center. Oh. And last but not least, we got little Vertebrae. It was interesting to me that we only got a single of these little versions of the mold. So the question of the day, and I'll show what I'm giving away in a second. The question of the day is just, I like the fossilizers so much. What dinosaur or ancient critter would you, because they're not all dinosaurs, but what fossil would you like to see in the future? Hopefully we get more fossilizers. I honestly hope we get another one of these little guys. Maybe a Velociraptor or something would be my choice, a scout-sized Velociraptor. I would prefer if it broke up into bits. I think I like that the whole line can break up into bits and fossil armor pieces. I would like that to be a through line. I'm a little disappointed that Vertebrae doesn't do that more fully. But yeah, so the question of the day, if you answer it down at the bottom, will be what fossilizer do you hope we get to see next? What remold or you know, what would you get to see next? All right, so I'm going to take the fossilizers away, and if you answer the question of the day, and you have 1 week, next week, same time, same video, I will be announcing the winner. You have 1 week to answer this question of the day, as well as the question of the day for the last 2 videos, because these 3 boys, along with these 2 boys, that's right, I am giving away for my next giveaway. All 5 of these figures are going to go to one winner. Go down in the comments, answer this question, go back a video, answer that question, go back a video, answer that question. You'll get 3 entries. And yeah, that's easy enough. Question of the day, which fossilizer for this video, question of the day is, which fossilizer would you prefer to get next? I like the fossilizers a lot. They're my favorite. The only thing I didn't talk about is this piece of cardboard, which isn't like the most exciting thing to me, but we'll go ahead and talk about this super quick. While I'm doing this, I guess the other thing you could do, maybe this will be a fun way to enter the giveaway. We are on all sorts of social media now. We still have the Twitter, but we also are on Mastodon and Hive. If you go follow us on any of those platforms, let's see, that was D, and then D connects here. And you tweet out our Extra Life, because we're still doing Extra Life. We have a big raffle that we're giving away all sorts of Transformers prizes in. I'm super excited for it, and we're trying to get it out to as many people as possible. So if you can share our raffle on whatever social media that we do have. Maybe we should we get an Instagram? Would you like to see pictures and stuff on an Instagram? Right now it's Mastodon, it's Hive, it's Facebook, all that stuff. And then what, a piece right here. Can I do this on camera? Just kind of gotta fold and unfold stuff. I'm going this way. I think I gotta, let me get it up. So this one, oh shit. So this piece right here wants to, we're gonna fold these sections in. Maybe I need to close it up before I put it on top. So here is, for example, the B side goes in like so. We get it all hammer shaped. And then if we stick a side in here, and then what? Folding these pieces in. Just all the creases get folded in, I assume. And it rounds out the end of your hammer. And I guess I need to like apply some tape to this. I've never been one into paper crafts, but it's interesting. I'll look up some like actual directions. Sticking this piece on top, like so. Kind of shitty, but we get what we're going for. Yeah, so it's like a neat little thing. I don't know that I'm gonna like display this or anything. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I'm going to include it in the giveaway. I'm going to try and get it looking all nice and see if I like it, and then if not, I'll give it away later. But, like, it's a nice little thing. It's a cool little thing. I don't care super much about, like, this random display piece. But it's neat that it's included. It's something that differentiates the Wreck and Rule set. So would I recommend this box set? I think the answer for me is no. If you already have the figures, I don't think there's much going on here, except obviously there's a character that we haven't gotten before in Leadfoot, and there are new fossilizers, which are awesome. But it's a lot of money to pay to get like those things. I guess these two would be recommendations, but then you're buying this Impactor that you don't want. These two, like Springer, maybe he's a better figure than I said, but he frustrates the hell out of me. Bulkhead, I think... you know, there's that cool conversion kit to get Hound, and then, you know, Twin Twist up top without a top spin is a little odd. So it's just an odd, like, a little bit of an odd collection for me to strongly recommend. But hopefully you can find them on sale. I think if you can get them for a little bit of a discount, so you're not paying full price, that would be really nice. And then I think it would be a much easier time for me to recommend. There we go. Okay, so this is like, that would be like the bottom. And I can see where you can like apply little pieces of tape to get that going. But yeah, obviously the cardboard wants to spring out. So yeah, I would not give this collection a strong recommendation. The figures that I liked the most here are the fossilizers. The rest of them are fine, but I think I prefer most of their... the original versions of the molds compared to these versions. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll stop rambling here. Obviously, I've been going on for far too long. And this is a long video. I covered a lot of toys. See you all next week for the giveaway winner. Have a great day. Check out our Extra Life. Bye! Quick addendum, you don't need any tape. Once I got it off camera and I started pressing everything together, it's all designed to pop into place. That is pretty neat. I like it a lot more now. Still wouldn't recommend the whole set just to get this thing. Don't think I'd recommend many of the figures by themselves. If you want to get any one of them, Twin Twist, the Titan Master is still the best. The fossilizers are awesome. That's it for the video. Alright, bye for real. Bye!